Wait, can you have a look on YouTube? Tell me if my stream's going all good.
We'll check.
Morning comes in.
Nothing yet.
Yeah, wait up.
Like, oh yeah,
I just
Gucci.
started it. Yeah,
Live.
it's live now. Yep. Wait, can you have a look on YouTube? Tell me if my stream's going all good.
We'll check.
Why is my
Yeah.
resolution, like on it, look weird, my aspect ratio?
Nothing yet.
Yeah, wait up.
Yeah,
It is
like-
restarted.
oh yeah,
I just
Gucci.
started it. Yeah,
Live.
it's live now. Yep. Wait, can you have
Yeah.
a look on YouTube? Tell me
I
if my
got
stream's
this,
going all good.
like, be back soon, just chatting.
We'll check.
Why is my
Yeah.
resolution, like on it, look weird, my aspect ratio?
I think my Fortnite just crashed.
Yeah, wait up.
Yeah,
It is
like-
restarted.
oh yeah,
I
I'll
just
be back.
started it. Sheesh. Is streaming. My aspect ratio on it looks really weird. I don't know why. Gotta open up my control panel, bro. Swap it to 1080p, gamers. Hopping off stretched res for a hot minute. Full screen. Sheesh, Tom left. What's up, gamers? Streaming, it's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. It's not. It's even worse now. Why is it like that? Did that fix it? Not in the mood for these delays, bro. What's up, gamers? Streaming, it's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. It's not. It's even worse now. Why is it like that? Did that fix it? Not in the mood for these delays, bro. What's up, gamers? Streaming, it's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. It's not. It's even worse now. Why is it like that? Did that fix it? Not in the mood for these delays, bro. What's up, gamers? Streaming, it's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. Dude, why is my aspect ratio doing this? It's not. It's even worse now. Why is it like that? Did that fix it? Not in the mood for these delays, bro. What's up, gamers? Streaming, it's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. Dude, why is my aspect ratio doing this? Bro, what do I do? Even worse now. Why is it like that? Did that fix it? Not in the mood for these delays, bro. What's up, gamers? Streaming, It's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. Dude, why is my aspect ratio doing this? Bro, what do I do? Worse now. Why is it gotta fix it. Not in the mood for these delays, bro. What's up, gamers? Streaming. It's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. Dude, why is my aspect ratio doing this? Bro, what do I do? Worse now. Why is it gotta fix it. Not in the mood for these delays, bro. What's up, gamers? Streaming. It's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. Dude, why is my aspect ratio doing this? Bro, what do I do? Worse now. Why is it gotta fix it. Not in the mood for these delays, bro. What's up, gamers? Streaming. It's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. Dude, why is my aspect ratio doing this? Bro, what do I do? Worse now. Why is it gotta fix it. Not in the mood for these delays, bro. What's up, gamers? Streaming. It's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. Dude, why is my aspect ratio doing this? Bro, what do I do? Worse now. Why is it gotta fix it. Not in the mood for these delays, bro. What's up, gamers? Streaming. It's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. Dude, why is my aspect ratio doing this? Bro, what do I do? Worse now. Why is it gotta fix it. Not in the mood for these delays, bro. What's up, gamers? Streaming. It's pretty sick. I need to go on YouTube and have a look if my aspect ratio is fixed. Dude, why is my aspect ratio doing this? Bro, what do I do? Worse now. Why is it gotta fix it.
So, it's about as simple as doing these few steps. Nobody put any information out on it, but super easy. So you go into here, you want to go down to your video options right here, and you go over to your output scaled resolution. Go ahead and click on that, and you get all these options, but none of those options are the right options. You need to go ahead and put your custom one in. It would not usually, it says select option, so you would go ahead and select what it says, or type new value. So you can go ahead and put in 1080 by x 1080, right? Boom, hit enter. Don't tap the one below it, just tap enter and it'll put it in 1080 by 1080. You're gonna want to go ahead and make a new scene. You call this we'll call this live square. I spelled that wrong. Nothing on it. Then we go ahead and add a new source. Let's say we're gonna add our game capture. So we want our game to be played. So we're gonna go ahead and go game capture, make that, add source, boom. So it's gonna fill up the whole screen. So what do we do here? This is how we get the 1-to-1 ratio. So we go ahead and right click on this, or you can right click down here on this itself. You can either right click here or right click up here. Probably easier if you right click down on this one, because you know for sure you right clicked on the right one. Go ahead and hit transform up here with this little arrow. and then you're going to want to go ahead and hit edit transform. So from there, you're shown a position, size, rotation, and crop. You're going to want to go to size, make that 1920, and then for the second one, you're actually going to want to make that 720. Boom. Now it's going to be fit perfect right up there. It's scaled right to the exact. Boom. For the second one, you're actually going to want to make that 720. Boom. Now it's going to be fit perfect right up there. It's scaled right to the exact size, and then when you send it out in 1080 by 1080p, it's going to squish it just a tad bit, but it makes it in the square video size. Say we want to add in one of my GIFs, so this is how I do my GIF. So I add one of these in. We'll do the scissors GIF that I use, right? So this is the little GIF that I had. Well, you do the exact same thing. You go down here, transform, edit transform, here, 1920 by 720. Boom. Now it's going to be just this size. You take it and downscale it down until it fits in that little box. Boom. But just make sure everything is scaled out to 1920p by 720, and then make sure that in your settings, on your video settings, your output scaled resolution is 1080 by 1080. Alright? If any of this information was helpful, or if you found any of this useful, drop a like. Boom. Now it's going to be just this size. You take it and downscale it down until it fits in that little box. Boom. But just make sure everything is scaled out to 1920p by 720, and then make sure that in your settings, on your video settings, your output scaled resolution is 1080 by 1080. Alright? If any of this information was helpful, or if you found any of this useful, drop a like. Boom. Now it's going to be just this size. You take it and downscale it down until it fits in that little box. Boom. But just make sure everything is scaled out to 1920p by 720, and then make sure that in your settings, on your video settings, your output scaled resolution is 1080 by 1080. Alright? If any of this information was helpful, or if you found any of this useful, drop a like. Boom. Now it's going to be just.
Hi guys, this you might use for bit rateable because I recommend for more bit rate than you're sending out. That's it guys, that's my settings for Streamlabs and how to fix the black bars in Twitch.
Hi, Hyun here with League of Legends. Now you're going to be saying wow every time you play this video game. Now look at this.
How's it going everyone? John here and welcome back to another you want to old game. I go over all of this because if you go to edit transform, you got the cropping stuff right here already. You want to go to filter like I'm going to show you in this video by right clicking, go to filter, click on the plus, and then if you click the drop down, you got crop and pad, click done. It's the same exact stuff here. So if I was to want to get rid of stuff from the top, I can set it to 100. Now I just got rid of that information on the top, and you can actually see it in the preview over here too. So if you want to move this to a different screen, you can, but you can definitely see on the very top that I got rid of that. And then if I wanted to do something for the right, I can put 50. You know, I just got rid of some stuff on the right hand side, and now you got all this like black space, right? So you can make however size you want this, and then you can always resize. So like if you wanted to stretch something out and stuff like that to kind of cover certain areas, you can do that too. So you do have a little bit of play with this guy.
How to remove black bars from your video. So you might be getting stuff like this on your video. We need to get rid of these. How do we do that? The reason you're getting these is because the aspect ratio on your camera is different to what you're using on your computer. In my scenario, I'm using a Canon DSLR camera, and that camera is plugged into my computer via USB cable. I'm using the Canon EOS webcam utility tool to make it a webcam I can use for live streaming. So these black bars are here. You can get rid of them in OBS. However, if you're using that stream in Skype, Discord, Zoom, another one. What's another one? Yeah, all those other programs that you can use it in, that gets a feed directly from the camera, and it doesn't let you manipulate the sizing, so you can't get rid of the bars there. But if you use it for live streaming, what you can do is feed it into OBS and then feed the OBS stream key into your other software like YouTube or Facebook, and that will get rid of the black bars. Let me show you how I'm doing that. Okay, so I'm running you through the quick way of getting rid of the black bars. This only works in OBS. So I'm using Streamlabs. You can do this in normal OBS. So let me just explain what I've got on this screen here. I have three things open: HDMI video, which is basically this camera, just to show you that. I'm doing a display capture to show you my OBS, and the mic for the mic. So I want to add my camera in here. So first you just go add and add a video capture device, making sure it's turned on, which it is. Video capture device, add source, and add a new one. I'll just call it Canon. This is the webcam tool. Add source. Now it should go to EOS webcam utility beta. And click on and off. It's working its magic, and there we go. So let me do, I'll leave it at default settings. You'll see the resolution is 1020. Can you see that even? I don't think you can see that behind that. Okay, here. So the default resolution, I'm gonna leave all that as it is. You do done. So right now in OBS you will see the screen of my webcam, which is that one there. Okay, so right now this screen here is in the OBS window. Let me stretch it out. You can see the black bars I was talking about are on both sides here. The way to remove them, on your keyboard, Alt key, hold that, click on this little white box here, and while you're holding the Alt key, bring that in, and the same on the other side, Alt key and bring it in. So now we've got a square. We don't want a square, but let's reposition this to get rid of it and drag it out a couple of times and reposition now. So now there I have no black bars. It's a trick. It's extending the quality. Is not an excellent way to do it, but you've got to use it.
Be showing video settings. Never want to have it on this if you are trying to stream 1280 and 720. Reason for this, well, there's really no reason. You just gotta make it look good. Now, so what this does is, well, it makes the resolution, you know. Now, next thing. Make sure your game capture is all the way up of a display. Go to properties and the games that you want. I will be showing you Counter-Strike. Now if you go and launch Counter-Strike real quick, like this for some reason, and capture down real quick. Oh, you guys can see this.
This is Web.
Hey everyone, this is settings on Streamlabs. Open and jump to the outputs. One is 1920 by 1080p, and this will be this one right here. So it's 1920 by 1080, and my second one on desktop 2 is 4K. So this one will be 3840 by 2160. And when I go to my second display, it looks like the 3840 on desktop 2 is 4K. So this one will be 3840 by 2160. And when I go to my second display, it looks like this. This is just a normal web browser that's opened up and maximized, and it doesn't take up the entire screen for me. It's just too large because my base canvas size is 1920 by 1080. So if I were to go to settings and then go down to video, you can see your base canvas size right here. Now you can set this to 4K, but then your 1920 by 1080 screen is going to be a little bit smaller. And there is no option for 2 different displays on the base canvas resolution for each of them. So what you can easily do to get around this situation, this is very easy. Go on your screen right here, you've probably done this before, right click, and then go to transform. Then go over to fit to screen. Boom, now your 4K screen is now fitting into the entire window without being stretched out. So this is very easy to do.
What is going on, guys? It's your boy Durable Step, and in this video on this video around of Streamlabs OCE different 0.17.1. But anyways, if you guys just want to go down here in the bottom left hand corner to this little cog right here, it's the settings menu, and click that. It's gonna bring up another menu like this, and then you guys just want to go over here on the left hand side and click video. So after you click that, we're gonna first want to set our base canvas resolution, which is essentially this preview back here. It doesn't really matter what you put this as, it's just what you're gonna view it as, the resolution. I personally would set it as 720p, just so if you do have a preview running, like you're streaming and you want to see what it looks like, 720p, it's gonna give you less input lag. So I set the 720p. Then the output resolution is actually what the resolution that the people you're streaming to are gonna see. So you want to set that at 1920 by 1080, and then the downscale filter, you want to set that as so I don't know how to pronounce that, to be honest. Sharpen scaling 32 samples. That's gonna give you the best quality. Then you want to set this at 60 frames per second. Obviously, I would not stream at anything but 60 frames, especially if it's like a fast-paced game, like a shooting game or something of that sort. Definitely just put that at 60 frames. Alrighty, and then we're gonna want to move on to the output menu right here. So click output, and then you want to put this in advanced. Definitely want to click advanced. It's going to give you more options to mess around with. Audio track, I wouldn't really mess around with that. That's way over my head. Just keep that at 1. 95% of the people are just going to keep that at 1. Alrighty, onto the encoder. So this is pretty much what you're going to use to stream from. So this software X264 is actually going to use your CPU to encode the stream. If you have a really good CPU, or if you actually have a streaming PC, I would put that at the X264. But for me, honestly, I have a really good CPU, and I'm not quite sure what the problem is, but I have an i7 8700K GPU, I mean CPU, and it's overclocked to, I believe, 4.7 gigahertz. And honestly, when I stream like Fortnite, I get input lag. So honestly, I don't mess around with that. I get way better performance from my PC when I stream from the NVENC. NVENC is when you're using the GPU to stream from. I don't really understand why, but I have a 1060 GPU. And when I stream with this, I get way better performance and way less input lag. So we're gonna go ahead and put it on the NVENC new, and then we're gonna come down a little bit, and we're gonna set the rate control as CBR, which stands for constant bitrate. I really wouldn't mess with the other ones. Just CBR is the best in my opinion from what I have tested. Alright, coming down to the bitrate, I'd say this is the most critical and most important part of this entire